Gracias. Hola gente, mi nombre es Alfonso Lopez, soy el delegado del Distrito 49, la sur parte de Arlington y oeste parte de Fairfax, y me encanta representar a mis amigos y vecinos en la Asamblea General. My name is Alfonso Lopez. I'm the delegate from the 49th District, South Arlington, Eastern Fairfax, and I adore representing my friends and neighbors in the House of Delegates. I gotta tell you something. That is a taller, thinner version of me. A lot of you know the story of my mom and dad. My mom, who worked her entire life in Arlington County Public Schools with immigrant kids to make sure they got to college. My dad, who came to this country as an undocumented student at the age of 19 with $260 in his pocket and the dream of a better life. They taught me the value of hard work and perseverance and fighting for the other guy. And it was because of their work, the values they instilled in me and the values of public service that drive me each and every day that I announced 4 years ago that I was running for the House of Delegates. I promised to fight for our values and priorities down in Richmond, to protect public safety and the social safety net, and to make a better life for my family and for all of our families. As your delegate, I've kept the promises I made to you. I'm proud of what I've been able to accomplish over these past 4 years, fighting to create the first affordable housing trust fund in Virginia history that has already given affordable homes to over 1,000 families. Working with Democrats and Republicans to create the first Virginia Small Business Investment Fund, and finally passing legislation to define small business in such a way, and state procurement in such a way that we help women and minority-owned businesses. And passing legislation to protect our environment, improve renewable energy goals, and create new opportunities for the solar industry. And founding the Virginia Environment and Renewable Energy Caucus to focus greater attention on climate, clean air, clean water, and the enormous opportunity to develop sustainable energy in Virginia. 4 years ago, I promised to defend against repeated attacks on new Americans, LGBT Virginians, and to protect a woman's right to choose. That's an applause line. And I'm proud to have fought these types of backwards, wrong-headed attacks at every turn. And just this past year, we finally succeeded, with the help of the Attorney General, to ensure that in-state tuition was available for every child in Virginia with deferred action status. And let me just say, I am proud to have led the fight in recent years to defeat every single anti-DREAM Act bill introduced. But even when I wasn't able to pass legislation, we've made the kind of progress that will ensure we eventually succeed on issues from banning child labor on tobacco farms to keeping guns out of the hands of kids, increasing protections for victims of stalking, and restoring the rights of nonviolent felons. You know, you deserve to know what kind of delegate I aspire to be, what drives me. Well, let me tell you, I will always be willing to risk something big for something good. I will always try to have the eyes to see the possibilities others don't, and the ears to hear the people whose voices are seldom heard. We know in this room that the world is too big for anything but compassion and caring and looking out for the other guy, and too small for anything but cooperation, despite what the Tea Party might say on a regular basis. And when it's necessary, as the new House Democratic Minority Whip, Deputy Whip, I will always stand up to the Tea Party and tell the truth. As was once said, we have to have the courage to break down the boundaries that divide us, the wisdom to lift up those who are poor and are sick and oppressed and afraid, and the strength to work tirelessly to make real the promise of equal justice for all. We know in this room that a more perfect union in Virginia is one that embraces diversity, embraces acceptance, embraces inclusion, growth, and embraces compassion. Together, we can build a better Virginia, grow our economy, protect our environment, fund schools property, and defend our teachers. Our work has only just begun. Together, we need to keep fighting to move Virginia forward. With the help of everyone in this room, I promise to continue the fight for the 49th District. And as the campaign chair of the House Democratic Caucus, with your support, we will continue to grow the House Caucus and elect more Democrats in Richmond. I ask for your support and your vote on Election Day, and I ask for each of you to give to all the candidates in this room, fight for all the candidates in this room, and then come together so that we can create the kind of Democratic beacon that we have been and should remain to be in Northern Virginia and across the Commonwealth. Together, let's make Arlington and Fairfax and Alexandria the beacon for making a better Virginia, a better Virginia. Let's build a better Virginia. Thank you, and I thank you for your vote and your time.